Greetings, yogis. Welcome to practice. Today we are going to flow through the Hot as a Mutha sequence a la Hapa yoga. So if you have been practicing for some time, then you are well versed in this sequence. Welcome. It's great to have this routine and this discipline already built in for a home practice. And for those of you that normally do not practice Hot as a Mutha because it is 104 degrees and 40% humidity, welcome, as you get to choose your climate today for Hot as a Mutha. I would love to start class today with an awareness of what that environment is. So find a comfortable place and you'll align your breath and your spine to even inhales and exhales, and take in your environment that surrounds you today. You can rattle off each noise that you are able to hear and what the temperature is inside of your room or outdoors if you are practicing. Still here. You'll check in with how your body has been feeling up until this moment. We start with the physical body. Are you in any pain? Is your body pain-free, but your mind is starting to wander? We check in with our mental state today. This is an unbiased research that you are doing. Was there anger, anxiety, joy, nervousness, apathy? We take account of what is currently occupying our vessel. We practice yoga to hollow the vessel, to clean everything that is deep within out through the breath and with movement, so that we can move forward and occupy new emotions, be vessels for new things, new opportunities. So we wish our vessel well today. As you set your intention for practice, go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. And we start with gratitude for the teachers that came before us that wrote this sequence. Thank you, Tina. Grateful for the self as we are able-bodied today. You'll open your eyes and we'll arrive into a standing mountain pose. I will see you in Urdhva Hastasana. Soles of the feet plant to the floor. Press the hips forward. I'm missing my Sunday yogis. Can you tell? Arms overhead. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Activate Ujjayi Pranayama. Breathe in and out through the nose. As you exhale, back bend, look up. Back to center, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. We take this first round of our salutation slow, then we work breath to movement. So let the head go. Still in your forward fold. Have some trust. Lean forward, plant your heels into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Halfway lift, palms to shins. Back is nice and flat. You're sucking in your belly, and the back of your neck is as long as the rest of you. Take a little bend in your knees, stick your booty back. Big breath We use the exhale to tuck and curl. Forehead in towards your knees. Lift your yogi high heels up. Eyes towards your belly button. Let's shoot up to standing. Working breath to movement, extended mountain pose. We inhale. Back bend, exhale. Mountain, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Tuck and curl, breathe out, and hold. Working on your binds. If it's in your practice, try it out. Hold on to the shins. Look down to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoot up to standing, arms overhead. Back bend, exhale. Extended mountains, breathe in. We fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Tuck and curl, breathe out. Focus on something different this round, such as eyes closed. A bit more intuition will guide you as you take the next stretch a bit deeper. To safely come out of the pose, suck in your belly button, look towards the front of the room, extended mountain pose. We rise. And arch to the right as you exhale. Keep pressing your left foot into the floor, eyes look up to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, breath is in. Switch sides on the exhale. Right foot presses into the floor, lean back just a bit. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, extended mountain. Back bend, exhale. Mountains, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. Tuck and curl, breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extended mountain pose, breathe in. Arch to the right, exhale. Back to center, breathe in. Left side, exhale. Back to center, mountain pose. Back bend, exhale. Mountains, we rise. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Tuck and curl, breathe out. Ujjayi pranayama. Arms sweep overhead, inhale. Arch to the right as you exhale. Back to center, breathe in. Switch sides, exhale. Back to center, mountains. Open the heart, we take a back bend, and we go a little bit deeper. You may stay here and hold, or bring your hands onto the low back. I'll be turning to the sides. Press the hips forward, chin rolls up. to breathe in and out through the nose, you're doing so. Otherwise, you're breathing out through the mouth. Grateful to breathe today. Unclench your backside. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lead with the chin. As you breathe out, slowly fold forward, slide your hands down the legs, and you'll slip your hands underneath your heels. Reach for what you can. Take a deep breath in. We use our breath out to drop the head down to the floor. Couple variations you can choose from. Another would be gorilla pose, Padangusthasana, as you step on the feet and let your head go. You may knead your toes into your hands. Slip your hands out from the feet. A very slow sink into your chair pose. I'll see you there. Utkatasana. Arms sweep overhead. Your full expression would be hands by the biceps. I'll be somewhere in between today. Little scoop of the tailbone. Breath out to sink on down. May the back of your neck match the rest of you. Have some trust. Lean back. Sink lower. 3, 2, and 1. Shoot up to standing. Arms overhead. Arch to the right. Breathe out. Back to center. Breathe in. Left side. Exhale. Back to center. Add in your back bend. Open the heart. Mountains. Inhale. Second round of chair, Utkatasana. This time, palms parallel to the floor. Let's take the tippy toes. Lift your heels off the mat as you see fit. A little scoop is gonna allow you to go a bit lower. Check in with your knees. If you'd like to hover over your heels, you're welcome to do so. Toe stands. We're happy to be here. Smile. 3, 2, and 1. Shoot up to standing. Arms overhead. Arch to the right. Breathe out. Back to center. Breathe in. Left side. Exhale. Back to center. Breathe in. Back bend. Exhale. Back to center. Our third round of chair. You'll be pigeon-toeing your feet together, your knees together to touch. Sink nice and low into your chair. Then lift your heels about an inch off the floor. Arms extend out in front of you. Relax the neck, the jaw, your forehead. Soft eyebrows. No furrowed brows here. Sink a little lower. Breathe out. Shoot up to standing. Feet down. Arms up. Arch to the right. Breathe out. Back to center. Breathe in. Left side. Breathe out. Back to center. Eagle bind. Right arm underneath your left. Once you find your bind, you'll warm up your stance. I like to forward fold. Go around the clock a few times. Work your magic. Find stillness in your eagle bind, and we build on. You'll sink low into your chair. Breathe out. Right foot lifts. Breath in. Full eagle bind. On the exhale, your knees must point to the front of the room. Find a focal point. Suck in the belly button. Lift the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unleash the foot and lift your right leg nice and high. Start in a one-legged mountain pose. As you breathe out, you will kick your leg behind you and you'll drop your eagle arms down to the floor. Little bend in your standing leg. If and when you fall out of the pose, it's just yoga. Take a smile, recalibrate. You're in no rush. Arms will unwind when you're ready for Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana. Flex the right foot. Keep looking down at the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoot up to standing. Release the foot. Shake it out. I had my balance, but I was so worried about kicking that candle that I fell out of the pose. So those are the kinds of adjustments I'm always talking about making, is giving yourself enough space so that you're able to move freely instead of being hard on yourself. I adapt accordingly. So we are going to do the other side, and I'm going to take a different angle. Arms are going to sweep overhead. Take a breath in. Left arm underneath your right. Find your eagle bind. Try to mimic the same depth you had going on and the same wiggles that you took. Eagles. Let's set up for success. Find stillness on the mat. Take a breath in, still standing tall. On the exhale, you'll take your seat. Left leg lifts this round. Breath in. Exhales to cross up and over. If you're taking your full bind, your ankles are not in pain. Your full foot is on the floor. Then suck in your stomach. Your hips are lovely laser beams shooting right in front of you. Sink a bit lower, scoop the tailbone. Yeah, elbows a bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind, left leg lifts. Take a breath in. Exhale, leg kicks behind you. Warrior 3 setup. Use your eagle arms for now. The tighter you squeeze them together, the more control you're going to have dropping that hip. Then unwrap the arms. Little bend in your standing leg. This is Warrior 3. Nice lift. Tighten the belly. We're here, floating, soaring. 3, 2, and 1. Let's come out of the pose, shake it out, take any wiggles you might need, any sips of water you might need, and meet me in stillness to find awareness of your vessel. Vessel hollows. Each breath out, a new opportunity to let that go out through the exhale. See you later. We're building on one-legged mountain. Keep your left leg on the floor. Bring the right sole of your foot into a one-legged mountain. Building on, you may reach for your foot or you may reach for the bottom of your thigh. I'm going to stay with the thigh today. Set up. Take a breath in, puff up the chest, proud to be here. As you exhale, you're folding over the leg. How to mimic that here? First, chin in towards the chest, look down at your thigh, little bend in the elbows, challenge your balance, fold as deeply as you like in your Tadasana. Great stretch for the low back. Think of your spine nice and long. As little rounding as possible. 3, 2, and 1. First, straighten the spine, then let your right leg go, and it'll reach behind you. Dancer's pose. Reach for your foot. Try not to torque the knee. Use your torso or your strength to lift that leg a bit higher. Left arm nice and high. Breath is in. Natarajasana. Breathe out. Take a light bow and look near the floor. A lovely pose indeed. May you have open communication for the rest of the day. Do not hold the breath. Do not hold your communication in, but let it flow freely, evenly, both in and out. Release the foot. Shake out your dancer's pose. Feel the effects. See if one side feels longer than the other. We start in one-legged mountain pose. Left leg nice and high. Right foot is on the floor. Build on and choose your variation. I'll do basket under the thigh. Then, proud to be here. Puff up the chest. Exhales to fold or to shift your perspective. Uttita Hasta Parangustasana, our hand to big toe pose. To release the pose, we always breathe in to stand up. And we always use our exhales to take binds. So reach for the foot, set up for success, breathe out. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, set up for dancers. Choose your depth, use all parts of your foot, not just your big toe, not just the edge of your foot. You're rolling to the inside arch of your sole. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your dancer, foot down to the floor. Graceful yogis. Shake it out. We get ready to take our sun salutations. So our first round I will take facing the west, and the next round I will take facing the east. But you're welcome to stay facing forward. Now you know what I'm up to so that I can fit in the screen. So arms will sweep overhead, mountain pose. We have done this before. Back bend as you exhale. Back to center, breath in. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the palms, step into your high plank pose. I'll see you here. Modify as needed. You're allowed to have a custom order. This is your restaurant. We did not come to the mat to just take whatever's on the menu with no adaptations. You're allowed to get extra guacamole. All right, low plank. Let's breathe out. Upward facing dog. Hold your first up dog of the day. Look over either shoulder. Meet me in the middle. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Pedal out the heels. Take any wiggles. And then meet me in stillness. 5 rounds of breath. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg nice and high. 3-legged dog. Then you can bend at your knee, wake up your right side. Just be sure to keep both hands on the floor. Step on through between the hands, find low lunge. Keep your eyes down to the floor, heel lifted nice and high. We set up for crescent. Suck in the belly. Arms will sweep overhead. I'll meet you there. Hips face forward. We have arrived. Now let's open to Warrior Two. I do like to spend a moment there before opening up to Warrior Two because it gives my hips some time to open. Perhaps it does for you too. You're welcome to add that in to your set sequence. Arms wide like a T. Look over your right middle finger. Active warriors, hinge forward, breathe in. Extended side angle, left hand nice and high. Your breath is your #1 priority. You're not holding your breath to stay in this pose. Warrior Twos, meet in the middle. Breathe in. Reverse your warrior, stay deep in your lunge, hold yourself accountable. Three, two, and 1. Warrior Twos, burst open to star pose. We inhale, back bend, exhale. Back to center. You're going to take a bend at your knees. Bring your hands down to the floor and join me in what I'd call a standing happy baby. First, your back is nice and flat. You're opening the hips, little bend in the knees. Then you'll bring your hands onto your thighs. We warm up for our horse squat. Goddess squat is another lovely name. Find your stance. Hands come through to heart center. Deep scoop of the tailbone. Let's hold. Find awareness of your feet and of your surroundings, your thoughts, the sounds you hear. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, sink lower, 1. Straighten the legs, burst open. Back bend, exhale. Back to center, bring your palms to touch. We slice a piece of cake. You're gonna turn over your right leg and face your hips to the front of the room. This is pyramid pose. As you exhale, nice flat back to start. Option to head all the way down or something in between. Hands on the hips, hands at heart center. A great pose to restore your breath. Let the head go. We're building on. Seal your feet to the floor, back to reality. Arms sweep overhead. We breathe in. Clasp the hands behind you. Take a breath out. Puff up the chest. Roll the heart open. As you breathe out, we take our toppling tree. Foot will start to lift off the mat. Hands off the low back too, if you can swing it. Start to drop down to the floor. I have furniture here to help me today for my in-between. Before we get to standing splits with hands to the floor, you are always welcome to play a bit, especially if you have extra props today. We have to take advantage of all this furniture. Hands drop down to the floor in due time. This is our standing split, left leg kicks. Plant the palms, find your high plank pose, inhale. Low plank as you exhale. Upward facing dog, take your breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. You'll stay in your downward facing dog. I will switch directions. Maybe you too need to face the east. Graceful yogis. We're having fun. Hips nice and high. Take it away. Left leg nice and high, three-legged dog. Bend at your knee, open up the left side, keep your left hand on the mat, please. Square the leg, then step through. I love a low lunge in between. It sets us up for success. It gives us time to align. We have no mirrors for practice, so we must be our own mirrors. Start in crescent. Great way to check in with your hip and your knee. Still here. Option to burst open. Off we go. Warrior two, arms wide like a T. We must enjoy the journey in between. Enjoy the stretches of your pose. You know what you're up to. Hinge forward, breathe in. A familiar extended side angle. Back to center. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Left hand high. Deep sink into your lunge. We love a warrior. Warrior two. Burst open to star pose. Inhale. Back bend. Exhale. Back to center, proud. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. You'll find your wide-legged stance. Turn your toes in towards one another. All parts of your feet are on the floor, then hands are down on the mat. You've got about a minute here to play. Head drops down to the floor. Some of you like to take side stretches or flip upside down. Now is a very lovely time to practice an inversion of your choice. If you have chosen to stay in Prasarita, you are unclenching your quads and your backside and your belly. Use your breath in to hinge forward. Have some trust. As you exhale, head folds down to the floor. Side stretch. Crawl over to one ankle or to one corner of your mat and breathe out. And back to center we go. Breathe in. Exhales to crawl, switch sides, even Steven. Back to center. Before we proceed, turn the toes out, a little bend in your knees. We've got a star pose to take. Breath in, arms up. Back bend, exhale. Back to center, palms together to touch. Let's take our pyramid pose. Slicing our cake, hips square, breathe in. Exhale, nice lovely flat backs to start. You're striving for your fingertips to touch the floor. You're still in this pose. Not all of your weight is in your front leg, although I know it feels like it. You've got to lean back. You've got to use your right foot so that it can help you rise. Off we go. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. As you breathe out, hands clasp behind you. Breath in to puff up your chest. Breath out to topple your tree. Right foot starts to lift. We begin. Have fun balancing. Find some time to square your hips. And when you're ready for your standing splits, hands will drop down towards the floor. Right leg will lift nice and high. Try to drop the head on down. Give it a little shake. Kick, kick, kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the foot, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, take a breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Stay in your down dog, doing great. Right leg high, three-legged dog. Pigeon pose on the exhale. For your pigeon, use your props as needed, maybe a block underneath your backside. You're welcome to stay on your hands. Some of us like to go a little deeper, down onto your forearms or to a block. I'll see you there. Rajakapatasana, this is a great time to let go. May you feel your body start to unwind. We have a few more active rounds of breath to go in pigeon. You're unclenching your face and your belly, and you're always welcome to stay here, especially if you found your sweet spot. We love a sweet spot. You'll find your hands untuck or tuck your back toes. Yeah, tuck them. Right leg nice and high, three-legged dog. We start here, breathing in, and bend at your knee. Decide if you would like to practice wild thing. If you do, let's see. Right foot down to the floor, left hand nice and high, then press the hips up nice and high, chin high. 3, 2, and 1. Look where you're going. Right leg nice and high. Take a breath in. High to low plank as you exhale. Upward facing dog. Take a breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left leg nice and high. Three-legged dog. Pigeon pose. Time to mimic on this side. Set up for success. Imagine your heel is driving into the glute, the groin. Relax your back side. Let's head on down to pigeon. Few more conscious rounds of breath to go. Be sure not to hold your breath as you sink just a bit deeper. Enjoy the sweet surrender of a hip opener. And know that you are welcome to stay. So welcome. We love this pose, and it's time to come out. Press into the hands, back toes tuck. Left leg nice and high, three-legged dog. Bend at your knee. Let's take our wild thing on this side. Inhale, left hand nice and high, hips high. 3, 2, and 1. Look where you're going. Breath in, left leg nice and high. High to low plank as you exhale. Upward facing dog, take a breath in. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Go ahead and drop down to your knees. And take a quick embryo-like pose, child's pose, whatever helps you restore the breath. A quick release of the low back before we proceed. So grateful for this practice. Give yourself a thank you for the discipline that it takes to arrive here and to arrive on time, as this is the most challenging part of the practice, is getting to the mat. And now we are here, and we are almost through. Instead of a standing tree pose, which we normally take in this sequence, we will be taking sleeping trees when we head on to our spine. So, acknowledging the tree within, we will get to our tree, and we will spend some time on your belly from here on out. Once we get down to your stomach, you are welcome to use I use a scarf all the time for practice. It's a great yoga strap, and it is also a great cushion for your knees when we spend some time kneeling in this sequence. So come on down to your stomach, and if you like using props, set up your strap about where you think you're going to need it. Sometimes it's hard to tell, so we just do our best and then we see where we're at. So come on down to your belly. Let the cheek rest. Your hands are welcome to rest as well. Neck feels okay. And let's switch out the cheeks. So slow. Look the other way. Let's take cobra pose. First, arrive to your chin, then slide your hands underneath your shoulders, hug the elbows in, toes are untucked, press into your hands, chest off of the floor, Bhujangasana. Feel your belly button press into the floor, hover with me here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhales to touch down. Slide your hands underneath you, palms are face down, and you'll start on your chin. Press your left foot into the floor, right foot nice and high, one-legged high. As much as that kicking leg is lifting, you've got another one pushing into the floor. Use both equally. Scissor open. Breathe in. Exhale to lower down. Left leg lifts, gentle on the chin. Keep breathing. You'll use your exhale to touch the leg down. Both feet are going to lift off of the mat. Do your best to keep your chin on the floor. Press your fingertips into the mat. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhales to touch down. Bend at your knees. Windshield wiper. And now our scarf will come in handy. This is where I talk about doing your best as you get to watch me wiggle all over the floor. Here we go. So scarf is behind you for your bow pose, especially if you need some assistance. But if you're able to reach your ankles, grateful that you're able to do so. I like to wrap my scarf around my hands a few times, then kick the ankles back. We've got our bow. Urdhva Dhanurasana, continue to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch down, release your strap, take a breath. Super yogis, arms nice and wide like a T. Let's fly everything off of the mat. Start on the chin, everything goes, feet, hands, chest, press the hips into the floor. We're looking down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch down, breathe out. Knees nice and wide. You'll be guiding yourself into a child's pose. Very well deserved. I'll see you on the mat. Let's come out of child's pose. A lovely one it is. We will spend some time on our knees from here. So, yogi's choice, if you would like to slip any cushion underneath you, you'll take a seat on your heels. We prepare for fixed firm. I like to use a block in fixed firm. Take a seat. We build on, hands will crawl behind you, roll the chest up towards the sky, chin up. Start here. As you exhale, you can lower a bit deeper onto the forearms. Some of you like to head all the way down. I will be staying right here on the hands for now, chin up to the sky. Full and active pranayama. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To release the pose, sweep the arms overhead, take a breath in, take tortoise pose as you exhale. Hands in front of you, belly towards the thighs. Toes will tuck. Let's come on to the knees. Find camel pose. Arms will sweep overhead and start here. Check your dizziness level. If you'd like to proceed, you'll drop your hands down to either heel. If you need something in between, I offer you hands on your back or hands at heart center. Very, very proud chest. No caving in. Rather, blossom open. Join me, Ustrasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chin in towards the chest. Embryo. Get your blocks out of the way. Reach for the soles of your feet. Give them a squeeze and a thank you for taking you onto the mat today. Thank you, souls. We do not take you for granted. Connect with what you can. Rabbit pose. Your head will stay on the floor. Hips will start to lift as you feel a very lovely stretch in the back of your neck. You're sucking in your stomach. You're happy to be here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We'll come out of this pose and into a seat. You'll need your strap with you for when we head on down to our spine. Legs will extend out nice and long. I'll see you on your back. Get your ponytails out of the way. Take any wiggles you'd like to enjoy. We start in a tree-like pose. Keep your branches overhead, your left leg nice and long, and the right sole of your foot will come in towards the knee or the thigh. We love a sleeping tree. We build on a bit deeper. Go ahead and grab onto your strap and stick your right leg out in front of you for this variation of your tree. Keep your elbows in by the sides. Open your leg off to the right. You're welcome to have the leg hover. Some of you, your foot can rest on the floor. Let it comfortably do so. Find your range of motion here. We challenge ourselves. You're anchoring your left hip down to the floor. See yourself doing this standing up. See how lovely and long your spine is. Little tuck of your chin. How about a flexed foot so that it's like you're standing on the ground. Then bring that right leg to center, right leg up the wall. Supine twist, leg over to the left. Arms can go where they like. Wide like a T will do. Back to center we go. You'll bend in your right knee to get a hold of your scarf, and we'll switch out the sides. Nice and gentle. Start with a one-legged tree. So you've got your left leg butterflied open. You've got your branches where you like. Little tuck of the chin. See your spine nice and long as you lie on the floor. We bring the knee in. Building on to that deeper variation, grab onto your strap, hold on to the foot. Take a breath in when your left leg is nice and long, and you'll take an exhale as you open the leg off to the side. Leg up the wall, you'll take a breath in, supine twist as you exhale. To center we go. Bend at both knees. We take our happy baby. Reach for what you can. Edges of the feet If your head doesn't reach the mat, you can grab a block and slip it underneath you for this pose, or you can hold on to the backs of your thighs. Couple ways to take it. I have tight hamstrings, which is why my head tends to float off of the mat. So to get the support I need, suck in the belly, pull the knees in, and nice happy face. Nice grip of the fingers. It's a gentle grip. Your foot and fingers are not in pain. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest, your forehead in towards your knees. Give yourself a hug and a thank you for guiding yourself through this practice today. May you peacefully burst open. Let's set up for a very well-deserved Shavasana. Palms turn face up. Return to consciousness. Sweep the arms overhead. Full body stretch. Good morning. Knees hugging towards the chest. As you see fit, let's come on up to a seat. I'll give you about 10 rounds of breath to take your journey. Sukhasana. Legs will crisscross the same way that we started class. We seal our sacred practice. From this seat of awareness, you are noticing your vessel. You're noticing your breath and the sounds that surround you. May you take this peaceful routine with you for the rest of the day. Clear communication, clear digestion, clear sleep. The light teacher in me is honored to serve the light teacher in you. Bowing forward. Namaste. Happy Hot as a Mother, my friends. Have a lovely day.